So first thing we need before installing Liferay is JDK. So make sure you have JDK 1.8 installed before you start proceeding ahead with installing Liferay. So in order to install JDK, you can go to oracle.com/java/sc/java-sc-jdk8-downloads.html. Or the other thing you can do is you can just go to google.com and there you can type on download JDK 1.8 and it should show you the first link, which is the same link which I had opened here. Okay, so if I click here, it is going to take us to the same link which I had shown. Now here you can scroll down and you can download Windows x64 if you are on a 64-bit machine. If you are on a 32-bit machine, you can download this one. So in order to download, you just have to click on this link. So I'm just going to click on, let's say if I want to download 64-bit, I'm just going to click on 64-bit link. And then we have to accept this terms and agreement. And after that, we just gonna click on download JDK and it's going to start the downloading. Also notice if you are not logged into Oracle, it's probably gonna ask you to log in first. And if you do not have account, you also need to go to oracle.com and go create your account. So in this case, I already have created an account, so I can just go ahead and log in and it's going to start the software downloading. Okay, now you can see the software downloading has started. In this case, I'm just going to cancel this because I'm going to follow a different approach in order to run JDK. So in order to, if you have all the permissions on your laptop of installing a software, you can just go ahead, download this software and double click on this. And then it is just going to launch Java installation wizard. And then you just need to click on next and just click on finish and it's going to finish Java installation. Now the other approach is, I'm just going to close these, and the other approach is you can download JDK portable. So when you download JDK portable, you don't need to install Java. All you need is you just need to set Java home directory path. So again, in order to download JDK portable, you can Google JDK portable 8 and then it should take you to JDK portable 64-bit, this URL. So you can click here on this URL and you are going to come to the same page which I am on. Now here you can click on download from portable apps and then it is going to begin the downloading. Now the reason why I prefer this approach is because it doesn't require any installation. Many a times when you try to go ahead and install Java, you may end up with some restricted access. Let's say maybe your organization doesn't allow you to install software on the machine on which you are trying to practice Liferay. Okay, in those scenarios, this approach is better. Now you see this is the software which you get, and once you double click on this, it is going to show you the directory which is similar to this one, JDK64. Okay, so inside this, if you double click on this, you are going to see a bin directory. Okay, so inside bin directory we have Java and Java-C. Okay, so here is Java and here is Java-C, which is Java compiler. So these are the things which we need in order to install Liferay. Okay, so I have already downloaded it and I have extracted it and this is what I see. Okay, so that's why I don't need this, the one which we downloaded right now. So I'm just going to delete this. And now the second thing is, in order to download Liferay, you can go ahead to liferay.com/downloads-community. And from here you go to this drop down and you can select bundled with Tomcat 7-zip and then click on download and it is going to start downloading. You do not need to sign in on register. You can directly download the software. So again, I'm going to cancel it because I have already downloaded this software. Here you see sign in option is available, but I haven't signed in because we no longer require to sign in or sign up in order to download Liferay Community Edition. Okay, so in order to save time, I had already downloaded both of these software and now we can go ahead and start installation step. So JDK is here, and this is the library which I have downloaded, and when you download it, it is a compressed format. So you need to right click on this and go to 7-zip and click on extract here, and then it is going to probably take a couple of minutes in order for this software to decompress. And you can see in the background there is a folder which is being created, which is called liferay-ce-portal, and whatever version you have downloaded, the version is going to be shown there. Okay, so inside this it is going to also have embedded database which is called Hypersonic, and also it is going to have Tomcat. Okay, so by default liferay-ce-portal 7.3.2 GA3 runs on Tomcat 9, and you can use JDK 8 for Tomcat 9, so that's going to work. That's not an issue. Now it is almost 100% completed, and it is just going to finish any moment. So let's wait for a few seconds, and then we can go ahead and set up Liferay. Alright, so it's completed. Now we can go ahead liferay-ce-portal. But before we do that, just I want to tell you, we need to set up Java home directory. Okay, so in order to set up Java home directory, we need to know where is our Java home directory. Okay, so now if you go inside this JDK, you can see this bin directory. Okay, so whatever level you are on, when you can see bin directory, that is called Java home directory. So right now this is the path which is Java home directory path. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to go back, and now we can go ahead to liferay-ce directory, and inside this we are going to see this folder structure. So in next video I'm going to discuss about what are these folder structures and which one is important and which one is not important. Okay, so right now we can just go ahead into Tomcat directory, and here we need to go inside bin directory, and here we need to run startup.bat. But before we do that, we need to set up environment variable which is set-env.bat, and here we are going to set path for Java home directory. Okay, now in order to set the path, you can just go to the end of the file and then hit enter. So you come to a new line, and here you can type set and start the code, and then here you need to type java_home in caps and give equal to, and then paste whatever your Java home directory is. Okay, so if you are having different directory where you are keeping your Java home, just make sure that directory path you provide here. Now you can save it, and then we can close it. Okay, now you can run startup.bat. Just double click on this, or you can also right click and then select run as administrator. So in my case, I'm just going to double click on this, and it is going to launch startup. Okay, so you see it has launched Tomcat Java applet. Now here we are going to see the status of installation. If you get any alert, something like this, you can just cancel on this. And when Liferay is loading for the first time, it can take up to 5 to 10 minutes because it has to take care of a lot of things for the first time. Okay, it has to set up a lot of libraries, it has to set up database, it has to deploy Tomcat work directory, Tomcat temporary directory, and so many other things. So that's why when you launch it for the first time, it takes a bit longer than usual. And once you have started it for first time, then from second time onwards it's going to be faster. Also, it is good practice that you always monitor what is going on in the logs directory. Okay, right now you can see that it is showing the message that it is loading all the jar files and all. And also we are going to see probably a warning that Liferay is using Hypersonic, and in the production we should not be using Hypersonic. Okay, because Hypersonic is the database which is intended only for development purpose. As I told you, we can already see a warning which is saying do not use Hypersonic in production. Hypersonic is an embedded database useful for development and demonstration purpose. Okay, so you can ignore this warning if you are working on a development environment. So in this case, we just want to go ahead and set up Liferay as quickly as possible because we just want to learn and focus on Liferay rather than on administration thing. However, in a production, it is always a good idea that you set up Liferay with MySQL database. Also, PostgreSQL database is also supported, so you can go ahead with using PostgreSQL as well. So MySQL and PostgreSQL, both of these are open source databases. It doesn't require any licensing. Also, one more thing to notice here is that by default, Liferay runs on port 8080. So just make sure that you do not have any application running on these ports. Otherwise, you are going to get an error message. This is again another important message. So here we see that it is talking about embedded Elasticsearch. So Liferay uses Elasticsearch in order to quickly search through all the documents and media or any content which is stored in Liferay. Okay, so in a non-production environment, we can just go ahead with this kind of setup where Elasticsearch is embedded. However, in a production environment, Elasticsearch should be set up separately and Liferay should be connected to that separate instance of Elasticsearch. Again, if you are a Liferay administrator, you should read about Liferay admin documentation and then you should follow all of these best practices whenever you are going to set up Liferay. Alright, so setup has been completed successfully and now it has launched Liferay basic configuration web page. So here we need to provide basic configuration. So here in the portal name, I'm going to call it IT Panther. So this is basically the name of your website. And in the first name, I'm going to give admin. And in last name, I'm going to give IT Panther. Email ID, I'm going to set up admin@itpanther.com. And in the language, I'm going to keep default. However, if you want to make a change in the language, you can do that as well. And the time zone is for me going to be UTC +7. If you want to change the time zone, you can do that as well. Now you can see a suggestion here that by default Liferay uses hypersonic, and if you want to make a change in that, you can do that by clicking on change. And if you want to select MySQL or PostgreSQL DB, you can do that as well. Just make sure that database is already installed before you go ahead and make a selection here, because you need to provide DB details here. So in our case, we're just going to go ahead with using default database. So click here on use default database and then click on finish configuration. And then it is probably going to take us to one of the terms and condition page, and then it is going to ask us to set a new password. Okay, so we didn't get any terms and condition page, so we got password page. So here we can set up the new password. And just make sure you set up some strong password and click on save, and then it should take us to the home page. Okay, and then we are going to see how the default home page looks like. Okay, so this is the default Liferay home page, and this is what it looks like when you set up Liferay and install and look at the home page for the first time. Now here you have menu options, so click on menu, and then on the left side, you can see a lot of options appearing. These are the options which we are going to make use of when we are going to set up and develop Liferay probably and create our website. So here you can see control panel. These has many admin related activities, and on the site we have many activities or many options which we are going to make use of in order to develop a website. Now on the right side you have something called simulation. So if you click on simulation, you can see how your website is going to look like if you are working on desktop or tablet or a mobile device. And also if you want to check your website on some custom height and width, you can do that as well by providing the values here.